everybody. I am so late getting out another video. I have been sick and just got sick Christmas night. The night after I had a nice Christmas, I got sick and had to go to the hospital. And so now I've been doing a lot of tests because I've been having many strokes. You just pulled my thread. I've been having many strokes and didn't know it. So, but, you know, the God I serve is a good God and a healing God. So we're not going to worry about it. Everything is going to work out. But anyway, I'm going to put Cookie up. She just wanted to say hello. You going to say hello? She just wanted to say hello. She's getting ready to get down. Get in her bed. Get down for the night. So Mama going to make a video while she takes a nap. I want to go to sleep for the night. All right, stay tuned, you guys, and I will bring you the basket quilt. It's a different one than I showed you, but it's still a basket quilt. So I'll be showing you that one in a few minutes. Let me get her put down. Say bye-bye. You want to say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. You're not going to say bye-bye? Okay. All right. All right. Well, I'll be back. Hello, everybody. I'm back. Sorry it's been so long, but I've been sick. I have been in the hospital and I've been sick. I was having many strokes and did not realize it. And Christmas night, after we had celebrated Christmas, I got sick and had to be taken to the hospital, and they kept me, of course. That's why I hate going, because they always keep me. But we're working on me not having a major stroke. So right now I'm doing a lot of testing and trying to figure out what's causing the mini strokes. I didn't know that there were different kinds of strokes, but there are. So I told you I was going to do a basket quilt, a basket in a basket. I remember that. But I'm not doing that one. I'm doing another one. And it used square triangles. And see, can you see that? Has square triangles and 2 little strips. And I'll make sure that I put all the size in the comment. But that's going to be my little basket. And of course, a bigger half square triangle here. Let me see. Got you there. It'll be a bigger half square triangle. And I will make sure that all these are 3-inch triangles here. They're 3 inches. And I will make sure that I put them into, and also these 2 right here are 3 inches. They're 3 inches. You only need to make 2 of those. So, you know, I always make my blocks bigger so I can just make sure I get that whatever size I'm trying to get. So if you make one, if you put the 2 pieces together, the yellow here and the white, and I got a video on how to make those. Just make them, if you want a 3-inch, make your blocks 3.5, and then you can cut them down. I'll give you room to cut it down. So we're gonna get on this video. let me see if the camera can see. Can't see too good, so maybe I'll try to adjust this camera here a little bit so you can see. I think that'll work. You can see. Cookie's been in here, so she pulled my thread. I'm hoping she didn't do anything that she shouldn't have. But she's been in here helping me out. And what that's like. And I'm just going to run another glue through there to make sure my stitches are good, because she was fooling with it. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. My Christmas was wonderful. My New Year's and my birthday, I was sick, so. But I thank God I'm still here. Yeah, those stitches look good. She didn't do anything. So, what we're going to do, we're going to sew this first row here. Make sure you can see that. We're going to sew this first row together right here. And usually I have it so you can see me do it, but I got me a new tripod here soon. And I hadn't used it. I got it wrapped around here. So we're going to make it do what it do. Get those lined up there. And we're going to do a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Try to keep your seam allowance pretty consistent. So don't play with me tonight. Don't play with me tonight. He wants to play with me, y'all. Don't want to act right. I'll make sure I don't flip these blocks, though. I really don't like this machine. And I keep saying I'm going to get my machine, my baby lock, put in the shop. And I keep not doing that, but I will get around to it. Matter of fact, I got to go back to Alabama. I like the shop there. I'm going to drop it off. It'll take me months to get it back, I'm sure. Okay. And I want to take the time to, let's see, we got this first row did. And make sure that you don't flip your blocks, that they're going the right way. And now we're going to do this second block here. We're going to do these two, which we have 2 of the flowers, 3 of the flowers, 2 of the flowers here, and 1 of the flowers, and then the one that's part of the basket and one that's part of the basket. So I'm gonna do these, the second row. I'm gonna have to hold it up and show you guys as I do it. You know, we don't want no trouble with the camera. But I want to thank all my new subscribers. You guys really made me feel good. And most of you all was interested in my hand sewing. My grandmother's flower garden and the gazebo window quilt. So, gazebo windows quilt. And we're going to get back around to that. I've been doing a lot of what I call maintenance, is when you're making blocks and making, getting it ready to sew together. I've been making a lot of blocks on the cathedral windows, and those take time. They really do. And I see why that quilt is on everybody's bucket list, because it is a job. But it's going to be pretty when I get through with it. And the grandmother's flower garden, I'm putting it behind the gazebo windows. I'll get it out here in a minute, y'all. We're just going to call it the windows quilt. Okay, here's my second row. So, we're going to do that. And we're going to sew these little 2. Let me show it to you. So, I got these, the first row, the second row sewed together. Now we're going to sew these 2 little pieces together. So it's going to be after I'm going to finish it up after I finish up my windows quilt, cathedral windows quilt. Because I have been working on that thing over 2 years. And I want to get it done. Now that quilt actually does not have a border. But I did, when I was researching it, I saw this lady put a border on it, and I thought that is really nice. So I'm going to put a border on mine. Okay, now I sewed those two together. And you know, I like to open my seams, excuse me. I like to open all my seams, but tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finger press them open. And I'm not going to the ironing board to do them. I got something over here, but I'm just going to finger press them open. Because I just like to finger press them, and it keeps down a lot of that bulk. So, we'll finger press these. And these two first rows I did, we're going to connect them together. This block is really easy to do. It's a very pretty block. It would be really pretty if you made a whole quilt out of it. But I just want to, you know, I'm making a sample quilt. And I think what I'm going to do is take my Halloween blocks and these blocks and put them together. I was going to make two different quilts. And I still may. I'm just not sure about what I'm going to do. So we're going to sew these two pieces here together. These two are going to go. I'm going to sew these two together. That's what I'm doing now. You know, make sure they butt up together. Get your seams lined up. I'm a little bit off here, sitting at my machine. I like the back tack on that. Let's back tack on that end. Because when you start messing with it, or it's laying around, it'll kind of start to come apart. And you don't want that. Okay. Everybody gonna act right for me. Everybody gonna be nice and line up and not be flipping. And pay attention, because you don't want that bottom to flip. I tell you, it's better if you press it before you sew it. But tonight, I'm not gonna do that. I usually press them before I sew them. But I'm just bringing you this quick video tonight. This one I don't have to back tack because it's gonna, my little script over there is gonna go to it next. I got a couple of quilts. My next quilt I've figured I want to do is going to be an applique quilt. And I really meant to bring that in here to show you tonight what I was looking at to do. Get a surface over here. Sorry, I'm turning my back to you guys. I'm so sorry. But it's gonna be an applique quilt. I have a couple in mind that I want to do. So we got these first two rows sewed together. So now this little one that we did, the two blocks, we're gonna sew it to one of our strips. So that script is 5.5 inches, and the other triangle, the big triangle, is 5.5. But I will put all the sizes in my descriptions for you. Because I hope you make this block. It's a beautiful block. I mean, you don't have to use my colors, but it's a pretty block. So I hope you think about really making you a quilt like this. I always see these blocks and I always wanted to make them. So this was the perfect time to make one for you all. Sorry about that. My alarm went off and cut my camera off. It's time for me to take some medicine. But we're going to do this, and I'll take it. I should have paid attention to that before I started. So now we got our little script here, and we're going to open the seams also on it. Because, you know, when I'm dealing with half square triangles, I like to open up my seams. I like to try to keep as much bulk out as I can. So, I mean, it's to your preference. You don't have to do that, but I just kind of prefer it. I kind of prefer doing it that way. Okay, we got this one. So you see now how the block is coming along. We have these two sewed together, and we have this sewed together. So now we're going to take this script here, and we're going to put it over here. This is going to be so easy. Y'all going to be like, oh my God, that is so easy. I think I'll make a quilt. I think I'll make everybody a quilt. I'm going to flip it over so my seams here will be on the top. I kind of like to sew it that way so I can keep control of that seam. And I'm going to back tack the sides of it. Now don't worry about it. You're going to make these little scripts. Like I say, let me see something. 5.5 inches. And they will fit. It don't look like it, but it will fit. Just pay attention to your seam allowance. And you'll have a pretty little block. Excuse me, y'all. I don't have a code, but at least I don't think I do. I don't have a code. And I don't have COVID neither. I got all of my shots. And y'all know what? My son had to take me. I had to have surgery on the 19th, and my son had to take me. And I've been on to him about getting his shots. You know, God is good. And I've been so worried about him because all my kids have their shots but him, and he's my oldest. I'm going to open these seams. So he had to take care of me. He had to take me to the hospital, stay with me while I had my surgery. And so that day I got out, I was determined my son was getting his shot. I was tired of hearing all his excuses. So I made sure I was not in the best, feeling the best, but I made sure I took that boy to get his shot. Okay. And he got a shot. Thank God. So we're going to, this big half square triangle, we're going to sew it to this one. See how easy this is? Now, I hope you was going along with me. We sewed these two together, these two rows together. Then we connected our one piece, our script there. And then on this one here, we sewed these two together, these two triangles together, and we connected our one piece. So now we are going to connect the big one, and we only have one more seam to go. And this block will be done. Ain't that something? So I know you're going to do this block. I know you can't help yourself. And I'm going to flip it over so I can see I know it's a little bit off here. I know that should be, I think when I open it up here. Yeah, when I get the seams open. That's one thing you should press these before, but I'm trying to take a shortcut. So I'll stretch it and make it work. It'll be okay, y'all. But you should press them as you do them. And that way your blocks will be meeting up like they're supposed to. But it's going to meet up. I'm going to make it meet up. And then when I press it out, it's going to meet up. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, here we go. And I think this should make a 12.5 block. It should. Because all my blocks are supposed to be 12 and a half. So even if it's not a 12 and a half, I will, this block is so easy, I can put a binding around it. And, you know, to make it come out to 12 and a half. Okay, we got that done. And I didn't put my leader back in there. Let me get my threads over here, so my needle don't come unthreaded. Y'all bear with me tonight. You know, when you are not sewing all the time, you forget things. And so we got it now. So now, see, we got 2 pieces. We got our 2 pieces here. And we're finna sew this one to that one. And we'll be through with this block. Yes, we will, y'all. Told y'all, y'all gonna want to do this block. I know you're gonna want to do it. You're not gonna be able to help yourself. You know, make sure you get these seams to match up. Make sure you match your seams up on both sides. Okay. This is real. I mean, I seen another lady doing it, but I was thinking that's too much work, mama. This is not gonna be a 12 and a half block, I don't think. But like I say, I can put a little border on it, around it, and make it work. And make it do what I want it to do. Y'all know we're gonna do what we're gonna get it to do what we want it to do. I did not open that block up while I'm running my mouth. Yeah. I got her open now. I'm glad I saw that, because I would have thought something was wrong. I don't do that. You just flipped on me. The bottom one didn't flip, but the top one did. Ain't that something? But I caught it. I got it. Okay. Now. And then I'm going to go sew this little puppy. I'm going to go press this little puppy. I just sewed it. Right? I'm going to press it, and we're going to have our block done. You see there? Ta-da! Isn't that cute? That is so cute. Oh, let me take that off. I was like, what is that dangling? Once again, did not put my ender on there. This saves thread, but I definitely, I noticed Erica, she makes some more. It'll come loose anyway. Well, I'll do that when I come back. See how little, ain't that cute? Now, if you just think if you had more than one block and you just made them out. I think a 6 by, I'm going to tell you what size this is. I'm going to be back and I'm going to go press it, and I'll be right back. And I'll let you know exactly what size it is, okay? All right, I'll be right back. Cut off thing. Okay, I'm back. And let's see, I measured the block, and it came out to be a little bit over like a 10 1/4 size blocks. But like I said, I can put a white frame around it and make it into a 12 and a half. So that'll be I can put 2.5 inch frame around it and make it to be 12.5. So that is our little block for today. And see how simple it was? We just did these 2 lines first, this first line, the second one, then we added our little script on the side, then we did these 2 little half square triangles, added the bottom, and then we put these 2. We didn't put the script on until after we connected these 2. Top row, first row, second row, and then we added our little script to it. Then we did our 2 little bitty triangles, added our script, and then we added our 5.5 inch triangle, half square triangle to this one. And then we put them together. That was very simple. So I'm going to put that in, put the sizes for you in the description. And I was telling you that I wanted to do an applique quilt. I don't know if you know Harriet Powers, anything about her. She was a slave. And she's got 2 quilts that survived, and they are, I know one is in a museum in Washington, and I think the other one is in a museum in Boston. Yeah, Boston. But she was actually a slave back in 1895, and I guess she made these quilts in 1895 to 1897. And the story is that her quilts was on display at a fair, like we women do. And a lady wanted to buy it. And she said that, well, she told the name of that, the one quilt is the Lord's Supper. This is it. And I was looking, trying to find these patterns. And the Museum of Boston actually did a pattern on her quilt, and I can't find the book. Amazon is out of it, but I'm looking for that book. It's the other quilt. It's not the Lord's Supper. It's the other quilt, and I don't actually remember the name of the other quilt, but I'm gonna find that book. Anybody know anything about a pattern book from her? And that's the name of it. It's called a pattern book by Harriet Powers, and the publisher is the what is it, Museum Fine Arts of Boston. That's the name of it. That's the publisher. So if you know anything about that book and you happen to have it and want to sell it, please send me an email. I will be more than happy to buy it from you, but I'm gonna find it if no one else has it. But I love her applique. And that's what, you wouldn't believe that they were doing applique back in the 1800s, but they actually were. So appliques has been around for a long time. Ain't that something? But I'm going to take these pages and have them blown up and try to duplicate her quilt as much as I can. Sorry. Dominic, I'm filming, baby. Sorry. I'm going to try to do the best I can, because I don't like when someone has did a quilt, and I change them up, try to make them mine, but a quilt this old that was made in the 1800s, it deserves the respect that you duplicate it as much as possible, and trying to, you can put your own spin on it, but just my preference, I just want to duplicate the quilt as much as possible. But this one is a coloring book, and I found it, and it actually has a picture of her in it. So I'm gonna try to, y'all bear with me now. I'm gonna do my best to do this. I mean, it's gonna be a new thing for me, but I'm gonna try to duplicate this picture of her. And I don't know. The hands is going to be a problem. Maybe the eyes not so much, but I think I can do it. I'm going to try it. And it has a bunch of her blocks in here. So I'm going to have them blown up so I can make it. I noticed when I looked online, and her great-great-granddaughter was at the museum looking at it, and I noticed that those were some pretty big blocks that she made those quilts out of. So I'm going to try to get as close as I can to duplicating the quilt that she, you know, worked so hard in. This was her story, you know, things she was going through. I can only imagine what she was going through in 1800s. She was a slave. I mean, God, you know, we can't even imagine, because we've always been so blessed, you know, to be not in that situation, sort of. But anyway, I just thought I'd let you know that. And then I have another one that I need to do that's actually the rugged cross. And before I get into Harriet, because I want to duplicate her book as much as possible, her quilt as much as possible, I'm going to do more studies on it. And I think I'm going to do the rugged cross. I got a quilt pattern that a lady that I watch on YouTube, she makes a lot of memory quilts. And she did a quilt, and it was a cross. And I'm going to do my mom's. I want to do one for my mom because I hadn't did her a quilt. The old rugged cross. And you guys, I know you all know that song. I love that song. But I'm going to do that for her. So that will probably be my next project that I'm going to start on. I just need to get all my browns I need. I need to get the fabric pull for it and buy some fabric for it, more than likely. But I just want you to know about this one I'm going to be doing. And I may dilly-dally with it a little bit. And may show y'all something if I think it's passing. You know, I want to show y'all no mess. But I do make a mess. And that's, you know, as they say, you learn by your mistakes. I definitely do that. But all right, I'm not going to keep you guys. And it's good to see you all. And keep me in your prayers. I have a lot of tests I need to go through. And just keep me in your prayers. And I'm going to keep you all in my prayers. I hope everyone is doing fine. Enjoying this new year. We are into February. This is February the 1st. So, you know, the year will fly by before we know it. So, I'm going to let you go. If you like what you saw tonight, give me a thumbs up. Share and like my video. And once again, thank you to all my new subscribers. When I was down, you know, these new subscribers was just twinkling in and showing their love for me, and I really appreciate you guys for coming over and joining our community. All right, you all, have a blessed night. God bless you and your family, and I will see you. I'm not going to say next week because I have some tests to do. And so I don't know how I'll be feeling. But I'll see you when I see you, if the Lord says the same. God bless you. Bye-bye.